Hello, everyone. Today I want to share with you the real story of a man whose life changed because of something. His name is Michael. He is 42 years old, works in an office, and has a busy lifestyle, like so many of us. At first, Michael thought he was just stressed. He worked long hours, skipped meals, ate fast food late at night, and rarely exercised. For weeks he noticed he was feeling unusually tired. He drank glass after glass of water, yet his mouth was always dry. At night, he woke up again and again to use the bathroom. He thought maybe it is just the hot weather. But then he noticed something else. His vision was becoming blurry, and small cuts on his skin took a very long time to heal. He brushed it off, saying, "It's nothing serious. Maybe I just need rest." But one day, while climbing a simple flight of stairs, he felt so weak that he had to stop halfway. That was the turning point when he realized something was seriously wrong. Michael went to see a doctor. After some simple tests, the truth came out. His blood sugar level was dangerously high. He was told he had type 2 diabetes. At first, Michael was shocked. The word diabetes scared him because, like many people, he had heard stories about amputations, blindness, kidney failure, and heart attacks. He thought his life was over. But slowly, he learned that diabetes is not the end. It is a condition that can be managed and sometimes prevented if we understand it. Let us understand what diabetes really is. Diabetes is a condition where the body cannot properly use insulin, the hormone that helps sugar move from the blood into our cells for energy. Imagine eating food. Your body breaks it down into sugar, which enters your blood. Normally, insulin acts like a key that unlocks the doors of your cells, allowing sugar to enter and provide energy. But in diabetes, either there is not enough insulin, or the body does not respond to it correctly. As a result, sugar builds up in the blood. Over time, this extra sugar becomes poison to your organs. There are 3 main types of diabetes. Type 1 usually develops early in life, often in childhood, when the body stops making insulin completely. Type 2, which Michael had, is much more common, especially in adults. It develops slowly, often because of lifestyle factors like poor diet, lack of exercise, being overweight, or stress. Then there is prediabetes, which is the warning stage. In prediabetes, blood sugar is higher than normal but not high enough to be called diabetes. Millions of people around the world have prediabetes and don't even know it. The sad reality is that if they don't act, many will go on to develop type 2 diabetes within a few years. Now let's look at the symptoms. If you ever feel constant fatigue even after rest, if you are always thirsty and drinking more than usual, if you wake up several times at night to urinate, if your vision becomes blurred, if you lose weight without trying or gain weight suddenly, if small cuts and wounds heal very slowly, or if you feel tingling and numbness in your hands and feet, these are warning signs. These are not just random problems. They may be your body's way of saying, "Check your blood sugar." Michael had almost all these symptoms, but like many people, he ignored them. He thought they were just signs of stress, overwork, or aging. But ignoring these signs almost cost him his health. This is why awareness is so important. Diabetes is called a silent disease because in the early stages, many people don't even know they have it. They continue their routine until suddenly complications appear. Now let's talk about the causes and risk factors. Family history is important. If your parents or siblings had diabetes, your chances are higher. But lifestyle is also a big factor. Eating too much sugar, fried food, processed junk food, drinking sodas, not exercising, sitting for hours, being overweight, smoking, stress, and poor sleep, all of these increase your risk. Age also plays a role. After the age of 40, the risk goes up. But nowadays, even young adults and teenagers are developing type 2 diabetes because of unhealthy habits. Michael did not know all this before. He thought diabetes was something that happened only to old people. But his experience taught him that anyone, at any age, can be affected. The good news is that diabetes is not unbeatable. It can be managed, and in some cases, it can even be prevented. The key is knowledge, awareness, and action. In the next part, I will explain what happens if diabetes is left untreated, and how Michael took control of his life by making small but powerful changes. Now that we understand what diabetes is and why it develops, let us look at what happens if it is left untreated. High blood sugar does not just stay in the blood. It slowly begins to damage different parts of the body. Over time, it can harm the eyes, leading to blurred vision and even blindness. It can damage the kidneys, causing kidney failure that may require dialysis. It can affect the nerves, creating pain, tingling, or complete loss of feeling in the feet and hands. This is why some people with uncontrolled diabetes develop serious foot ulcers that do not heal. And diabetes also damages the blood vessels, making heart disease and stroke much more likely. In fact, people with diabetes are several times more likely to suffer a heart attack. All of this sounds frightening, but it is the reality when the condition is ignored. When Michael first heard this from his doctor, he was terrified. He could not imagine losing his eyesight or being unable to walk normally. The thought of dialysis frightened him, but instead of giving up, he decided to take control. His doctor told him that while complications are real, they can be prevented with awareness, regular checkups, and lifestyle changes. That moment was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Diagnosis of diabetes is not complicated. Simple blood tests are enough. One of them is the fasting blood sugar test, taken after not eating for at least 8 hours. Another important test is HbA1c, which shows the average blood sugar over the last 3 months. Sometimes a glucose tolerance test is also done, where the patient drinks a sweet liquid and blood sugar is checked at intervals. These tests are easy, affordable, and life-saving because they can detect diabetes or prediabetes early, before complications develop. Michael's doctor explained his results carefully and told him the good news. It was not too late. Even though his sugar was high, he could bring it down with lifestyle changes. No miracle medicine was needed, just discipline. Michael decided to take the advice seriously. He began to change his daily routine step by step. The first step was diet. Michael realized that what he ate every day played the biggest role in his health. He stopped drinking soda, avoided packaged snacks, and reduced fried foods. Instead, he filled his plate with vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins like chicken and fish. He learned to eat smaller portions, to chew slowly, and to listen to his body. Instead of eating until he was full, he began to eat until he was satisfied. He also added more water to his daily routine and reduced sugary drinks. The second step was exercise. Michael had not been active for years. His job kept him at a desk for hours, but now he made walking a priority. At first, he walked for just 10 minutes a day, but slowly he increased it to 30 minutes every evening. He also added light stretching and activities he enjoyed, like playing with his kids in the park. This helped him not only physically, but also mentally, as exercise reduced his stress and improved his sleep. The third step was managing stress. Michael realized that whenever he was stressed, his blood sugar went up. So he practiced relaxation techniques. Sometimes he prayed, sometimes he meditated, and sometimes he just sat quietly with his eyes closed, focusing on his breath. These small moments of calm made a big difference. The fourth step was sleep. For years, Michael had ignored sleep, staying up late on his phone or watching television. But now, he aimed for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. Good sleep allowed his body to recover, and it kept his hormones and blood sugar more stable. Within a few months, Michael noticed big changes. His energy returned. He no longer felt constantly thirsty. His vision improved, and his doctor told him that his blood sugar levels were coming down. Even more importantly, his confidence grew. He realized that diabetes did not control him, he controlled diabetes. Lifestyle is the foundation of managing type 2 diabetes. Medicine may sometimes be necessary, but diet, exercise, stress control, and sleep are the keys to long-term success. Michael's story shows that small but consistent changes can completely transform a person's health. And these changes do not just help with diabetes. They also protect against heart disease, high blood pressure, and many other conditions. Now let us talk about prevention. The most powerful message about type 2 diabetes is this: it is largely preventable. Even if someone has a family history, they are not destined to develop it. The choices we make every day, what we eat, how active we are, how we handle stress, and how much we sleep determine our future health. Prevention begins with awareness, and that is why understanding this disease is so important. Michael's children were very young when he was diagnosed, and he worried that they too might face the same struggle. But instead of living in fear, he turned prevention into a family mission. He began cooking healthier meals at home, using more vegetables and whole foods. He replaced sugary drinks with fresh water and fruit-infused water. He encouraged his children to play outside instead of spending hours on screens. Slowly, the entire family adopted healthier habits, and it became a lifestyle rather than a punishment. The results were clear. Michael lost weight, his energy returned, and his test results improved. His children grew up seeing their father as a role model, someone who took responsibility for his health and made choices that supported his future. Instead of hiding his condition, Michael shared his journey openly with his friends and coworkers. Some of them, who were also struggling with weight or high sugar, became motivated to get tested and improve their habits. His story inspired many others to believe that change is possible. The prevention message is simple yet powerful. Regular exercise, even 30 minutes of walking a day, can dramatically reduce the risk of diabetes. Choosing whole grains over refined carbs, fresh fruits over desserts, and water over soda can protect the body. Managing stress, sleeping enough, and going for annual checkups can catch problems early before they become dangerous. These are not complicated steps. They are simple, daily habits that anyone can start. Michael's journey teaches us a final lesson. Diabetes is not just about blood sugar. It is about life. It is about being able to see your children grow, to have the strength to enjoy your family, to travel, to laugh, and to live without fear. It is about freedom, the freedom to choose health every single day. And this is the message I want you to remember. Type 2 diabetes is not the end of the story. It can be prevented, controlled, and even reversed with the right approach. Michael proved that change is possible, and so can you. No matter your age, no matter your background, no matter your struggles, you have the power to take control of your health today. Do not wait for symptoms to appear. Do not wait until it is too late. Begin now. Make small changes, be consistent, and you will see the results. Your body has an amazing ability to heal and recover when you give it the chance. The future of your health is in your hands.